let's just sew whatever. Okay. Hi, everybody. Let's hope it worked. And because of the delay, I have to wait. I'm dying. Okay. So if you're currently watching this, I'm no longer live, but currently I'm live on Saturday, the 16th at 11 p.m. I wanted to show the Adina that I'm working on. I wanted to open a package, and I wanted to test a new filming setup for lives. Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing about it, but this is what I'm working on so far. I really love the way it's interfaced, other than the fact that my Thermolam fleece is not sticking, which is a huge bummer, but I think it looks super cute otherwise, and I used a new duochrome vinyl for it. And I've got the lining most of the way finished, and it just looks so cool. Hello, everybody. So I wanted to show that that's something I'm working on. The strap keeper instructions were incredibly fun to follow, and it was just a really fun bag. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh yeah, I forgot. Can I? Oh, I can do that. So you can see how cool it looks. But yeah, my Thermolam lifted. The regular woven interfacing didn't have a problem, so I'm not sure what the issue is, but I will figure it out eventually. So I'm just gonna set this off to the side for now and work on a Tailor tote this evening. I thought that would be fun. I had one cut out from the class I just taught with my friend Ria, and then I interfaced it live the other day, and so I thought I really want to go live testing the new setup to sew it. I'm just, if I seem disoriented, it's because I have two to three screens of myself, and I'm like, ooh, weird. And then one is super delayed so that I can read comments. So bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, let me open this package. So this is from Knotted Threads Co. And I ordered some of the bobbin, what did she call them? Bobbin waiting, yes. Bob in waiting. And so I'm really excited for these. Obviously I have magnets all over my machine, but these are really cool because they're specifically designed to hold the bobbin. So it's just really satisfying. The little pop. Yep, it already did it. Ah! Oh, this one is the best. So this is a Taylor Swift reference, and it says lights, camera, bobbin, smile. And she made it in funfetti for me, which I was really thankful for, because I was gonna, she actually has a pre-order for these right now, and I was gonna like put in for a pre-order, and I was like, nah, it's okay. But yeah, as if you could out-sew me, and this is the bobbin of a killer. Just so good. And this, oh, and then this, oh yeah, that's nice. Yes, the bobbin of a killer. But this one is just like pure Lauren to me. Let's see, I think I can zoom in even more on it. It's so good. Okay, thank you, Kira, for linking. So I'm gonna put that one over here because it makes me happy. Okay. Yeah, like what's the point of a like metal machine if you're not going to cover it? So Shannon came up with that idea, and she 3D prints them. She does not sell the file, but she sells the 3D printed bobbin holders, and like they're super inexpensive. They're just incredibly fun too. So I love that. I know, I'm excited for a late night sew. It would have been sooner, but we spent 35 minutes dealing with mic issues that could have been avoided if I knew what I was doing. So there's that. Just maybe learn more. I don't know. Doing my best. We're all doing our best. So, yes. Kara, now I'm worried that like when I move my little thing, that the sound is going to be there. Maybe. I don't know. Aw. All right, so here is what I've got. Oh, yeah, I told her I was going live 30 minutes ago. I die. Okay, so I'm using a quilted vinyl that's releasing in September, I think. After September, we have no more scheduled releases, so just throwing that out there. Love a good machine magnet, I know. Need to come spend a week, truly. I mean, do it anyway. Okay, so we wanted to try a tri-fold strap on this Tailor tote. And the other thing I was thinking while laying in bed next to Dorothy before she fell asleep while I was deciding to come down here is like sewing this to the top first and doing like a little box stitch would be kind of cool. Oh yes, so we have made to order merch on the website. There's this, like I went crazy, you guys, but it's kind of funny too because I'm using the lime green checkered that I used for the shirt design too, so kind of fun. Oh my god, if I got those, but my poor machine would be covered in little round magnets. Yeah, they're just so fun. They're gonna make me laugh every time I see them. I mean, I know they'll have a bobbin in them often too, but like, please get out of here. So cute. Shannon brought them to Sew Whatever Studio, and I was delighted. I was as delighted as she was that they exist, even though, you know, she was probably more delighted because she made them. She invented them. Hey, Rhea. Okay, so what I'm thinking for that strap, I guess, is maybe 11 inches because I don't want the whole thing to be folded. So I'm gonna just make a little mark at 11 inches. And that's where I'll start and stop the little tri-fold strap situation. See if you can see what I'm doing better with this camera. Oops. It's like, no, not really. I am going to be making the Tailor tote. Oh my gosh. Hello, Sharon. Yes, so I'm going to be sewing up a Tailor tote with some changes. It's the one I cut out for someone who might have forgotten their materials maybe during the Tailor tote class I just taught with Rhea. So fun. Oh, hi Kathy. And then of course testing this new camera setup that I'm really excited and proud of and thankful for. So here we go. So of course I'm modifying the Tailor tote. It's just what I love to do, modifying patterns. And so we're gonna do webbing straps that have like a trifold handle part. Not the whole way, but just part of the way. And we're gonna see what that looks like. So I think it'll be fun. So it's not gonna be like the whole faux rolled handle. It's just gonna be a little part of it. Order the templates at 85%. Ah! I love that. Alrighty. So if you guys can't see something well enough, please let me know. I've got enough camera angles and little tips and tricks here that I can try to change it. Okay, yes, this is adorable. And then my plan is to top stitch this to the upper panel, so it'll be within the seam. I think if I zoom out just a little bit more, you'll see this better. Yeah, cool. And maybe we'll do 2.5 inches from the center. Good. And then my plan was to top stitch it maybe 1.25 inches up. Yep, I think that'll be good. I'd love to see a video on your camera setup sometime. That and all the gear you used to film and stream, that would be fun, only if you want to share all of that. Yeah, definitely when I get it figured out. It's kind of ever changing. And I feel like that's a good and a bad thing, because it's good not to get too comfortable in what you have, but it's also bad because it's kind of like, I can't ever get used to something. Like, wait, what? Now things are changing again? Oh man, okay. But I'm feeling really good about how everything is right now. Yeah, these are so cute. Okay, so I'm just doing a box stitch. I think I'll like the way that looks on this in the end. Oh, so Felicia, I'm glad you are starting to feel better. Elba, we've missed you too. I've missed everybody, like I've missed being myself. Anyway. Oh, shoot. Okay. R.I.P. glitter clip. It was manslaughter. Okay. Yeah, I'm really into how that looks. I think that's gonna be fun. I'm going to attach that to the exterior bottom really quick so I can get an idea of what it really looks like. Not like I'm gonna do anything different, but just for fun. All right, and the Tailor tote does have a 1/2 inch seam allowance, which for me nowadays just feels wild. But so there's that. Oh, that up against the green, and I was like, what color glitter clip is that? Okay, now the box stitch seems a little weird because you can't see it all, but it is what it is. And then I think I'm gonna do a little bulk reduction right here. So I'm just cutting into the seam and I'm gonna open it flat for the seam allowance, but then I'll push the bulk down for the rest of it. All right, and then we're gonna top stitch on the lower exterior. The webbing that I'm using is from Wizardry Stitchery. I'm 90% sure. And they're having a weekend sale right now. Just FYI. Yeah, we know the box stitch is there. It's fine. Okay, it's really fun looking. So there's what it's looking like. I like it. I do think the straps would look cool if they were the whole way, but this will be a really nice like grab handle section, but then also like shoulder length. Late night live sewing was when I started watching you pre-Dorothy. Right, I know. She's been sleeping pretty well through the night, knock on wood, lately. So we'll see. Okay, so then I'm gonna repeat all that to this side. And that was making a little mark at 11 inches in from either side. Yeah, oh, this is also the petite size, so it's 2 inches shorter. So this handle that I cut was 28 inches in total length, if you're wanting to recreate something like it. And then I'm just folding this over. Oh, I folded it the other way so I could actually see those lines. Yeah. Picking up all the clips I dropped. Alrighty. So keeping that folded. holding. You could tape that as well, but I think this works okay. And then I'm just keeping an eye where I made that mark. Pivoting. Finish sewing that. Oh yeah. See you in 2 weeks. This time we will be sewing all night, right? But speaking of geekyhardware.com/wizardry stitchery and crafts, the Wizardry Getaway, still there's 1 ticket left. If anybody is available to come in 2 weeks, it would be so fun. Hello, Chris Ann. It is hot in Illinois too, so I can only imagine the heat in lower states. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. Mark out the centers. And then 2.5 inches from either side. Oh, Lisa, it would be so fun. I know there's a lot of people that had gone previously that can't come, and I'm just sad. I would love to see them again. All right, making sure it's not twisted. I'm just pressing it up right against 1, 2.5. And it's just going to be a really fun time. There's some incredible teachers, and I am just very grateful to be able to teach alongside them. Melissa asked, well, I guess I should say I applied to teach, and Melissa was like, so do you want to teach or do you just want to kind of help everybody? And I was like, you know that I will help every single person in that room during every single class, so I'll do that. Way less stress. Get my steps in. And then just help make the teachers' lives that much easier. I'll just do it the same. The pattern of that first one is the Adina from Knotted Threads Co. It is a very cool pattern. I haven't finished that one. It was like 1:30 the other night when I stopped sewing, and then I just didn't get back to it. I think they would hold the TL bobbins. Let me grab one really quick because I do have some. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. There you go. Because like it's holding it with a magnet, so. It's not like the exact same size, but it still holds it, you know. Hello, Stacy. Yes, Rhea, it was so much fun having the both of us. Yes, generally you do have to snip the gusset to make it fit. I showed your clips that I got on my live the other night and linked your store. Oh, thank you. Hello, Rip It and so on. Very glad to be doing a late night live. I love nighttime lives. Nobody needs me. I'm just chilling. Okay, 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then nameplate. Yes. This one is perfect. It's like mostly green and teal. Hello. Perfect. Yes, like old school for sure. Like old times. The good old days. Okay. So we're gonna snip into that seam allowance. Open up that side seam. Oh, hi, Kelly. Oh, Comic-Con tomorrow. Fun. Carrie, Kira will link it one more time, not one more time, but she can link it again, but they're from Knotted Threads Co. This video is actually just an ad now for Knotted Threads Co. No, just kidding. And I do it again. They're so fun. She has some hilarious puns. I probably need to go back and do like a pre-order of some of the other ones, but I'm also like, let me just get a couple. She made some for So Whatever Studio that say "Not Today, Bobbin," and I was like, haha, yeah. All right. Oh yeah. She's got them pinned at the top. Perfect. All right, and then before I move on to another part of this bag, I'm gonna just take a minute to snip the bottom center. And then I also need to add my name tag, actually. My favorite part about my this new live streaming setup is that it can kind of mimic how I do my sewing tutorials, how they're filmed, so that they feel a little bit more cohesive and consistent. And then I'll want to go live more often because it will match. I just need to know why I don't have more silver marking pens. Thank you, I thought so. I'm like, why am I using regular pens? I know that I have these. Okay. Switch was seamless. My disguise is seamless. Yes, yes, without the seams. loving this so far. Cool, 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 cool. So, before I forget, I am going to grab my lining and my exterior gusset pieces, because when Rhea was showing off one of her Tailor totes, she had put her strap connectors in the lining so that they could kind of be hidden. And I was thinking, I want to do that. So I'm going to do that. And I don't want to forget to do it now. Because maybe I'll forget to do it at all. Can I go live as Alexander Hamilton? Yeah, I guess I could with my hair like freshly done, freshly air wrapped. I thought about it. Dorothy knows the words to all of that little song. It would be funny to do like me trying to get her to bed or something. Okay, silver pen issue. I drew my pattern wrong and had to resize, and the silver was in it to win it. It would not come off completely. Yeah, that can definitely happen. Machine oil sometimes can help. And I've heard that a kneaded eraser can get it off, or a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Tell me if you sang it in your head. Yeah, these colors are super fun. All right, got my D-rings. Yeah, I almost said not sponsored. I was like, don't do it. It's not funny anymore. Alrighty, so I'm going to top stitch these together at 1/2 inch because I want them to be into the seam allowance by 1/2 inch. So if I'm top stitching it, 1, it's being held together, and 2, I have a little guideline. Yeah, for the magic eraser, just make sure to do like a little test swatch first so that you're not ruining your material. Okay, so we're gonna find the center at the top. So that's where I'm going to put that connector, and this is in the lining, which will be kind of fun. And then I could even, when the bag is all finished, I could rivet through the exterior and the lining to really ensure that it's not going anywhere. All right, so I'm gonna base that down. Onto the lining panel. And then I'll add the upper lining. Oh, hello, Trish. I'm just, out here making a Tailor tote. Yes, we do have sloppy sew shirts on the website. I am using a service that makes apparel on demand. So there are tons of styles, and they're all made to order, and they'll ship through the company. So like if you order stuff from More Me Know and some of our shirts, they will ship separately, so you're gonna see separate shipping charges. But the shipping is actually pretty reasonable. Yes, Trish, we're dying to know how your Tailor totes turned out. All right, and this one, we top stitch on the lower panels for all of it. Hello, Vicky. Hope you are all doing well. The tie-dye shirts are awesome. Yes, they're so fun. And then if you guys have an idea for like something you don't see but you really want, you can always email me and I could make it up really quick, because I don't have to actually screen print, like have them screen printed, and then I don't need to find the time to actually make them in-house. So it truly is just something I'm super thankful for. There's so many different ideas. I'm actually wearing my Sloppy Sewist joggers. Oh, yay. Oh, hi, Sandra. How's it going? Oh, I'm using some of the stuff I got from you in April to make this Sonar mini Triskel. Ooh, that's so exciting. I'm really excited. I was thinking about it the other day. Nicole has a workshop weekend coming up at So Whatever Studio, and I was like, man, I can't believe I have to wait till November to see her. But I don't have to wait. I can see her sooner because I'll be seeing her at the Getaway, which still has one ticket left. Just another plug for that. Okay, so we're gonna snip the center of the bottom of this gusset for the lining, which I'm not ready to do anything with. I just wanted to finish it off, and I'll set it aside. But then we can work on our exterior gusset, which is all right here. And I'm not adding my strap connectors to that, which feels very strange, but that means I can just attach it and be done. So it's a 1/2 inch seam allowance, upper exterior gusset piece. I should have split the bulk of the seam allowance, but it'll be okay. This pre-quilted vinyl does have like a foam, like a tricot foam already on the back of it. So you can't really cut it away unless you mess with your pre-quilted stitches, and I don't think you really want to do that. So, oh, spending more time with kids, I love that. You know, they're only young once, and your kids are the cutest, and they're getting so big. And then I think for this seam, I'm gonna butterfly stitch that down. I think that'll be good. Hi Rhea, I'm in the process of edge painting the top binding piece. I was hoping to get away without it, but no, I'm almost done with the second one. Yay. Ah, yeah, edge painting just takes so much time. So worth it. Hello, Yvonne. Yes, this one is so pretty. I really want to do more colors of the pre-quilted vinyl, but had to limit myself. And then I thought about it and I was like, I wonder if I want to find a thread that matches this a little bit closer, but I'm like, you know what? No, I don't. I say let's be bold with it. Yes, it is such a pain having to limit the amount of colors you get. I think it's cute. Friday night sewing when people will be sleeping or partying. We will be sewing. Yes. One of these clips I've been using for a couple months has like a stress fracture. And I can feel it and I just know that one day it's gonna go. I can't remember if I've mentioned it or not, but it's just me here, hello. I decided to manufacture some new colors in the glitter clips that I'm really excited for, as well as having just clear glitter ones in their own pack, since we're almost out of the original ones, and we're going to have a little less glitter in them, so hopefully that prevents the breakage that we've seen. Well, I'm going back to bingo. Come back to bingo. That would be enough. You'll be back before I know you're gone. Anyway. So I'm going to start clipping my gusset into place. I like to, this is something I try to explain during classes, is like, instead of trying to clip it on your lap where things are like moving, if you hold it off the edge of your table so you can hold everything flat, which I know is probably easier said than done, that can be really helpful. And then we're starting at the top and we're gonna work our way down to the curve, because then you'll know if you need to snip into that gusset at all. Evermore. Snip it. Oh my gosh. She is clawing the heck out of this rug that I have down here, and I'm kind of mad about it. It's so bad. Thanks. I know, I just feel terrible. Hey, can you not? When people post about how they break. And I'm like, yeah, no, it sucks. I hate it. All right, it doesn't seem like I need to clip too much. There's a bit of stretch to this vinyl, so that is all right. But yeah, hopefully with less glitter, they'll be less prone to breaking because it's, the glitter, you know, it kind of compromises the plastic. Yeah, there we go. But then you also consider if you open them all at once and you use them all consistently and then they all start to break at the same time. But anyway, it's, yeah, all clips break. Yeah. I know, and some people say they break less, some people say they break more, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's okay. I'm just gonna keep making them because they make me happy, and it'll be okay. All right, 1/2 inch. All the way around. And then if you need to staple your seams together, you can do it. And then I'm gonna do a second row of stitches along that curve on the bottom. At about 1/8 of an inch or so from the other. And that's just gonna help reinforce and shape the bag. And then we'll trim. Yeah, they are really, really pretty. Isn't that what matters? Yeah. I think everybody has their own priorities. So if pretty clips are not a priority to you, that's okay too. All right. Oh, it's so good. All right, I'll do the other one. And I am clipping with the gusset face up. Okay. And then I thought about doing this one as a drop-in lining, and I could, but I don't know that I need to. Like, it's not so bulky that I wouldn't be able to get through this. Okay. So now we can sew that at 1/2 inch. Carrie, so we have more releasing on September 15th. We will have a green, this teal, and then black with rainbow thread, which will be really fun. So it's an upcoming release, but it's not available yet. Oh my gosh, I totally understand. The shipping cost is such a bummer. Alrighty, we'll do that second row stitching. And then we'll cut the excess. Hello, Nova. Oh, yes. Yvonne mentioned it. Thank you. We have a search by color function on the website now. It was something I had thought of a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, it would be really cool if you could like search by the color. Because a lot of what we all do, and when people shop, they really need to know what the color looks like. Like, it's color dependent, you know? So I found an app through Shopify, which is our e-commerce, and you can shop by color. So cool. So I hope you all find it as helpful as I do. It may not be the most accurate, but I think it's still pretty cool. All right, so there is our bag so far. That is an interesting crease, but it must have just been from how the bag was shoved just now. So yeah, we can set this aside and work on our lining, which shouldn't take too long. I thought I dropped one. All right, so I've got my zipper panel, slip pocket, zipper pocket. Oh, I did not grab zipper tape or pulls. Yeah, the vinyl has really nice structure. I did add Profuse Stiff. Thank you. There are the words I was looking for. Many thanks from the City Sewing Room for the lovely donation of zipper pulls and tassels. You are so incredibly welcome. They were given to us, so happy to move it on out. Okay, I will be right back. I dropped something and I'm gonna grab zipper tape. I need like a waiting screen. Okay, hopefully I don't make too much noise. I dropped something on the ground. I'm picking it up. Okay, zipper tape. I have rainbow. Lime green. Yes. Time to play Will It Match? And then for zipper pull, do I want to go pop tab or something else? Does anybody else have like 7 million zipper pull designs and you're like, how do I not know what to use? I'm gonna use a lightning bolt pull because I feel like that kind of matches the vibe. It's the vibe, man. Elva, I'm so glad you noticed. It was not intentional, but I'm like, oh, well, that's fun. It is the same like fabric design, so it makes sense, but yeah. Hello, Nancy. How's it going? All right. It was meant to be, yeah. Honestly, it's just my favorite sweatshirt. Cool. I picked one zipper pull and cut one piece of zipper tape. So that's great, but I need 2 zippers. Oh, I'm like, can I get both out of this? No. It's like, just get up, get more. No, it'll work. It'll work. I can make it work. Cut just enough. And then I'll use a pop tab pull for the other one. So I have 7 million right here. All right. So I am gonna do the slip pocket, cargo pocket first. So I'm gonna tape down the top edge of this waterproof canvas light. And then all the materials I'm using can be found on my website. I get comments from people and they're like, where do you get the stuff you're using? And they don't know that I have a website, so I hate to be like, on my website, but on my website. All right, so I used an 1/8 inch wide to tape down the top edge, and then I'm gonna fold that one more time so it's not going to fray. And then I'm gonna top stitch that because the wrong side isn't gonna matter. Hello, Sue. Thanks for joining us. And now we're going to make this into a cargo pocket. So we're gonna fold it in half to find the center. And I'm gonna grab my 1 inch ruler, and on the wrong side of the fabric, I'm gonna lay that ruler down on one side and create a crease. And I'm gonna top stitch that. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side of that 1 inch, well, of the center. I am currently working on the Tailor tote, and we've just modified it some. And this is my pattern, so it's available from More Me Know. All right, so then we'll find the center mark again, if you haven't already. And then we need to find the center of our lining main panel. And you can snip it if you need to, but I think we'll be fine. The waterproof canvas light holds a crease nicely. Okay, so we've got our center marked. I'm going to do this with the bottom side first, and I'm going to sew along either side of the center fold. Oh, sorry. And then we're going to fold over the center line. Okay. And we're going to line up the fabric to the best of our ability. And we've put a square pocket on a round corner. So I'm just going to line up the side edge, the bottom edge, and then I'm going to flip this over and baste around the outer edge. Stay stitch, whatever you want to call it. Make sure that your little top stitched folds are sitting nicely when you do that. And then I'm going to trim a little extra. It's so bright and fun. Okay. Oh yeah, that's going to be a fun label. So we'll set that aside. I'm going to work on my zipper panel. And you could make this bag without a zipper panel. You could make it with just a magnet or 2 magnets. That was really fun to see how people changed it up during the Tailor Tote class as well. So I'm just marking a 1-inch line on each short end of the zipper panel. And then I'm going to add some double-sided tape. To help me stick down the short raw edge. Unpeel, stick that down. Every time I make a post or send out an email or something talking about the waterproof canvas light, I'm like, hopefully it's as good as I'm saying it is. And then I use it and I'm like, it is as good as I'm saying it is. Like, I know I'm not lying, but you know, sometimes you just question yourself. You're like, ugh. But I'm using this and I'm just like, oh, it feels nice. And then with a zipper panel, sometimes you want the print to be going in just the right way. So just keep that in mind. I kind of want these not to continue from one another, but to, oh, that's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be perfect. Not to continue with one another, but I want them to look cohesive together. That's more my priority for this specific print. And I'm adding double-sided tape once I've figured out where I want the zipper to go, so that I know where the zipper needs to go. And then we're going to split our zipper. And create that little 90 degree, 45 degree, whatever you want to call it, angle. And then I just melt the raw edges. I've got my finger behind to help me get that nice crease along the zipper tape, so it just kind of looks natural. And then I melt this and then press it together. Voila, voila. And then we're going to grab one of our exteriors, lay that zipper down, and my preference is about 1/4 of an inch from the top folded raw edge. And then as close to 3/8 as we can get. And then if your materials have any excess bulk, you could kind of snip and trim those away. And then I fold the back side and create a nice crease instead of trying to fold the exterior and the lining or your two pieces at once. Just focus on the one first and then do the other. And that's something I think is really nice about the waterproof canvas light, is that it holds that crease really nicely. Okay. And then as we're going to top stitch this, I always start at the top on our first folded edge and back stitch there, because that's going to be within your seam allowance. And then slowly top stitch. Keep your needle down, but coming back to up so that you don't skip a stitch. And continue on. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more for you here, mostly so you can see my Calico Critter painted fingernails. I don't have a problem. Okay. But there's my needle down and it's on the up. It's coming back up. So I know that the bobbin underneath has started the process, so I don't get a skip stitch. All right, and then the other side. Thank you, Elba. I got them done at C+ Nails, which is my after-hours nail salon in the basement. And I do them myself. So, save some money. All right. So now we're working on the other side. I've got it taped to the exterior so I know which is which. Make sure you don't stretch out your zipper. Don't force it. Just Ouija board hands. And then lay the lining on top. Clip it or tape it if you need to. Another ad. Yeah, C+. C+ Nails. Hello, ma'am. Can I help you? Oh, good morning, Jilly. Yeah. "1:20 a.m. in New Hampshire." Yeah, she would like to talk to you about your extended warranty. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have been getting weird phone calls. I mean, I'm sure we all have. But this one is, the guy's like, "Hello, I'm calling to talk to you about your car payment," or something like the vehicle you purchased on this date with this much of a car payment. And I say in the phone, I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't have a car payment." And the guy's like, "Yes, you do. Don't lie to me." And I was like, "No, I don't." Ooh, it's terrifying. I didn't like it. Yeah, it was really creepy. I didn't like it. So I hung up. Okay. So now we've got a zipper panel, and I wanted to see how like the print is cohesive, like it makes sense, but it's not, I don't know. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Because I did not cut it to look that way. It just is. Just received oh my gosh, a text message. I only use the skinny foot. I have not switched to the regular foot in a very long time. I should have had the other camera when I did that. All the stuff that was in this basket just flew everywhere. Because I've had it sitting on my trash can, so when I throw my trash in, it's not going in. It's going into that bin. I told him I don't have a car. He says, "Everyone has a car." Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. sadly, I have to answer the phone because sometimes it is business related and like it's important. I don't like to. But you never know. I got one of those calls years ago, but it was about taxes I owed. He wanted me to get a big gift card. Oh my gosh, no. No. All right, this is a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I did not baste my zipper in place, but I probably should have. But it will be all right. I pretended I was crying, kept him on the phone. All right, and then we're gonna top stitch underneath the zipper panel. And then I know I have more to do, but I'm just going to clip my gusset on and sew that into place right now. So I'm like, well, why not? Yes, the lime green thread is also from Wizardry. That's funny. So mark that as another ad because they have a 20% off sale this weekend. I need to see if there's anything I need. I probably don't, but you just never know. All right, it looks like we're definitely gonna need to do some snipping into this. I had the guys trying to say I had a warrant out for my arrest and the sheriff was going to come to arrest me if I didn't pay the bond. Wow, Melinda, wow. That's nuts out there. And like never in my life could I imagine being someone who who comes up with this? Who decides, let's do this scam? It is beyond me. Yeah, another ad. It's not my intention, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to try to use that one. I used Mrs. Doubtfire lines and they hung up. Incredible. So this is going to be a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then as you increase into the lining, you could go just a little ways past that 1/2 inch so that your lining fits nice and tight. We're getting back towards the top. I'm gonna, almost didn't have my zipper out of the way. Then we're going back to that 1/2 inch seam allowance. And we can repeat reinforcing that curve. the sad part is they wouldn't do it if it didn't work sometimes. Yeah, that's fair. All right, we got upper panels on everything. It's looking really good. That's where we're at. All right, and then we've got zipper pocket. I'm gonna clip the upper lining to that other side so I don't try to just like randomly add it. And then all that would be left after that is our crossbody strap because I didn't do it first. All right, we're gonna attach this zipper face up, lining face up. Repeat that on both sides. And then attach our overlay. Find our center. And I'm only going to snip the bottom so that I can attach the gusset later. I'm going to do 2.5 inches down from the top and centered, which is going to be about 1.5 inches if you're using the 12-inch ruler. The tension is good. I think the bunching might have just been like a bubble in my zipper maybe. All right, I'm gonna tape down this label so I don't forget to add that as well. This one says made with sunshine and rainbows. I think it's fun. I have tried Geeky Fuse. I really like the Geeky Fleece. I think something is wrong with my heat press as far as like pressure because I had troubles getting it to stick, but other people don't have trouble getting it to stick. So I think it's all just personal preference, you know? Or not even personal preference because that was machine issue. But yeah, let me go ahead and hit you with another ad. Sewing Blurbs is open to the public. All of the past labels, that's it. If you need more woven labels. Sewing Blurbs, all of their VIP only is public until the 18th. Okay, love you, bye. Love you, bye. Oh, yay, Sewing Blurbs. Am I giving it a woven label for not using the woven labels? No, you gotta use them. Sorry, babe. Yeah, we have some really fun extras planned for subscribers, so I'm stoked for that. And then Uncensored is going out in a couple days. I think you guys are gonna like them. And the like a bag to sort of, hey, Kira, I made it so that Sewing Blurbs came in a little baggie just for you, okay? Okay. I'll tie these off and then I'll sew on that label. I always say I love you bye. One time I said it to a waiter when ordering. Oh my gosh, thank you. I did some shorts for the print on demand merch, and I want to order myself a pair because they look really fun. And I've seen people ordering them, and I'm like, okay, but I want some. I'd love to use them, but I'm so busy. Oh, Melinda, yay. I'm so sorry. I think you were one of the people. They've had some like inventory issues, like they let people order things that aren't available, which is a bit of a bummer to me because it's happened quite often. But at least people are fairly cool about it, but there's been some that they've just canceled, and I'm like, oh. Oh, Rebecca, I'm so sorry. I totally feel that. This is me making time, and like this is even my job, and I don't have that much time. Oh, good night, Nancy. I hope you're able to get some rest. Yeah, the baggie for the sewing blurbs is way better. We were trying to keep it like low cost, eco-friendly in a way because the paper is super recyclable, but the baggies are really nice. They keep you a little bit more organized. Easier to open, and it's less work for us too because I used to have to, well, not just me, but a lot of us, you know, we're wrapping those babies. So it's much easier and quicker now. Oh, look at this, it's so fun. That's nice. Okay, so we're gonna cut this open. The TS12 vinyls. Yes. I think it was you and Kathy Caudill, and then one other person now. So 3 people have ordered an orange and a green together, which is super fun because we have the orange streamers, and then we also have 2 more rolls of rust that I think is TS12 approved, you know. Oh, Yvonne, I love that. Catching up on embroidery projects. That sounds nice. All right. I think actually, well, no, it has to be this. I could take that off, but that's all good. Tape this down. So I'm going to sew just the bottom of the zipper pocket on, and then we'll get the top attached. Yeah, can you believe Taylor copied me on the orange door thing? Like, come on. peeling the one. We'll get that lined up and top stitched that. Making sure to center everything. Oh, Robert, I don't know if I knew that you crocheted. Maybe I did. That is so fun. Kira, when I was setting up the shot, I noticed it was pink and blended in, and I was like, well done. Go me. Not intentional, but it works. Robert, I'm also very sad that I have not seen you in a very long time. Just throwing it out there. But I understand. Yes. Hello, Stephanie. I am working on a petite Tailor tote. So it's just a pattern hack for the Tailor tote. We just had our Tailor tote weekend workshop at Sew Whatever Studio. And so I had cut this out and I wanted to sew it finally. And then all the fabrics I'm using are from my website, moremeknow.com. Another advertisement. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Not a big deal. It's fine. It's fine. I also hope that we can get more and more teachers to apply to teach. Sew Whatever Studio is teacher application based, so you have to apply and then we'll review them, and yeah. So feel free to tag a teacher you would love to see. In the Sew Whatever Studio, in the Sew Whatever Facebook group are the applications. So anybody can apply, and anybody could tag a teacher they'd love to see. Our last class for 2025 is going to go on sale September 10th. And then I'm going to just give it a couple months and then try to work on the schedule for next year. We'll probably do not a lot more, but we're going to do some more open sew weekends. And maybe some like Friday, Saturday open sews like we just did recently, because it was really fun for us. It was easy, low cost for attendees as well, and it just kind of feels like what we needed. So that was fun. Alrighty. So I am going to be turning this bag through the zipper pocket, but I'm just going to cut this so that they're even. And then actually I'm going to cut this because it's a little bit longer than I need it to be. And that's because I shortened the bag by 2 inches, but I didn't change the zipper pocket at all. And I'm going to flip that up and sew through both layers together. We'll go all the way to the top to close that off. And then repeating that on the other side. Lifting that tape up a little bit. And then I'll fold this to be consistent. And then trim that little area. And then I'll flip that open. Alrighty. So there's our beautiful zipper pocket, and it truly is gorgeous. I use the zipper pocket ruler to cut my overlay, so it's a little bit bigger than my preference, but only by like 1/4 of an inch. Good morning, Lauren and everyone from South Africa. Oh, yay. If you were the person that asked about Decaville Light in my last live video, somebody emailed me and said they were in South Africa and had some extra Decaville Light they had purchased that they would be willing to sell. And I was like, I don't remember the name, so I'm so sorry. But if that is you and you would like that person's info, you could email me, lauren@moremeknow.com. and I will get you two in touch. But if it was you that emailed me that you had Decaville Light, then never mind. And for liability's sake, I don't know if that person was legit or not, so just beware. I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Oh. All right, top stitching under. Oh wow, that is satisfying. Ah, bobbin got me. That's the other thing I want to make is like a bobbin got me graphic. Oh, it was you that emailed me. Okay, well, you seem legit. We'll see if that other person says something. Yeah, that's an awfully specific scam. You gotta say it sometimes though. Like, I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You know, it's the internet. It's a scary place to be. Find the bottom center. Where can you get those bobbin things on your sewing machine? So those are from Knotted Threads Co. They are called bobbin weighting. Bobbin weighting. And they're incredibly fun. She's got a pre-order right now. And I think I'm gonna have to go order some more. They're so fun. Oh yeah, they are linked at the top of the chat. They're in the pinned. I don't know. I'm not a good YouTuber. Alrighty. Make some snips in the curve so that it fits. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that when she wakes up and has 5 new orders, she's not like, where did this come from? Alrighty, starting at 1/2 inch. And we'll slowly increase. So now our lining is complete. It has a decent amount of structure, just that waterproof canvas light, but we're gonna turn this so it's right side out and put it into our exterior, which is wrong side out. Because either way you decide to put your bag together, you want right sides to be touching. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. It's so cute. Look at that cargo pocket. It did not mean to match it, but it works. All right, and then I like my zipper pocket to be on the back of the bag. So we'll stick that down in there and then make sure that your zipper panel is also pressed down inside the bag. And you want to remember that you're looking at the wrong side of your bag right now, so if you see anything that is intended to be seen from the right side of your bag, then you have something wrong. Not with you, but with your bag. Maybe with you, I can't make that call. But yeah, you don't want to see your handles, you don't want to see any D-rings, none of that. Yeah, this checkered print is really fun. And like I've resisted doing generic prints for a while because I'm like, you can get that anywhere. But like with Joann's clothing and things like that, and knowing that I have materials that other people don't, because I've tried to differ my offerings for that reason, so that there is room for everybody, I decided, you know what, heck it. I will carry staple prints like that, you know, but I'll give it my own spin. So that's what I did. Make sure that your D-rings are pressed down inside the bag and at no risk for sneaking in. Exactly. Maybe I do. You don't know. Pretty much. We appreciate you carrying generic fabric. Yes. Just with a more, you know, spin, you know. Alrighty. So we're gonna top stitch this. I have a new bobbin. You can do 1/2 inch or 3/8 for this top stitch. I'm gonna do 3/8 just to give myself a little more wiggle room with the handles. Thank you. Rebecca said your waterproof canvas light is just the best. I'm just glad other people feel that way. It's not just me. I'd love to see a basic print with little Art Deco starburst. Oh, I like that. Rebecca, will you email me to remind me? Or Instagram message me if you are getting on Instagram at the moment, like if you're not taking a little social media break. Just because I don't want to forget that, because you said it and now I see it in my head and I'm like, oh, that would be fun. My grandma recently gifted me, because I asked her for them, some of her silverware from back in the day that has like these little starbursts on them that make me happy, so that would be fun. Yes, it is cooler than what they make now, I agree. I mean, I have really cool silver, quote unquote silverware, because it's rainbow plated. But no, that was cooler. Dorothy and I were at my grandma's house and we were going to have ice cream sundaes, and Dorothy goes, "Why aren't your spoons rainbow?" It was funny. All right, time to turn this bag. It's gonna be a little loud. Yeah, put it on the, yeah, we'll just forget. It's not because we want to. is a lot to turn, but it's gonna be fine. Just gotta get a handle on how I'm doing it. There we go. I'm also worried about making too much noise for the microphone, so that's why I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? But it is what it is. Yeah, okay. This is why drop-in linings are just that much easier. But we got there in the end. And then we're gonna tuck the lining all down inside. The turn back is so satisfying once it's turned through. Setting a reminder now for the pre-quilted teal vinyl. I forgot to set a reminder on the hazy lavender. Oh yeah, that one's good. Yeah, we don't have a ton of the pre-quilted. Sales have been really low lately, which I am okay with. As a business owner, it's not great, but it's okay. So we're ordering less of everything just to help with that. So when things sell out, just make sure you sign up for the restock alerts so I know that people want them and we'll bring them back if we can. Yeah, love a drop-in, truly. They're not as scary as they used to be. Like back in the day, a drop-in meant like a drop-in with a zipper, and it was like you sewed it together at the zipper, and it's like, wait, what? So drop-ins nowadays are not so scary. So one thing I love about my current setup is that everything is plugged in to a power source, so nothing's gonna die, except for my microphone. That is the only thing. I don't know. Holidays are coming. Yeah, my biggest thing is I don't want to stress about making sales go back up. I want to be okay with them at a lower level. That's where I'm at. I'm like, I don't have fun I say that, like, I don't have fun being an advertisement. I'm advertising for things now, but it's not for the sake of advertising, if that makes sense. Yeah, the webbing is from Wizardry. Solid color webbing is something we don't really carry because there are so many people that sell incredible solid color webbing, and I'm like, I don't need to touch that. You know what I mean? So we're doing the debossed webbing that is solid color because that's my way of making it my own. That's funny, Jade. Would rather bind it than drop it in. I mean, hey, give yourself another 5 years of drop-ins and maybe you'll be all right with that too. Yeah, I like the debossed webbing too. It's really pretty. And we just got a bunch of new colors that'll come when they come. And that's nice. They're here, but you know, they're not on the website. Alrighty. Let's see what this looks like zipped. I think it's super fun. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with that. I think if the handles were shorter, that would be even better visually. Like, I like the way that looks more as far as like the look of the bag, but it's not the functionality. Like, the functionality is so much easier at that length. And then I really like the clean exterior where you don't see the D-ring connectors. Yeah, it really is just a baby. But like, it would hold the large size iPad, you know? So we'll go ahead and top stitch this, and then I have to make my crossbody strap still. So we will do that. Yeah, it won't rub the armpits. Making sure to fold the zipper panel out of the way, and I'm moving my handles out of the way. Keeping everything as lined up as I can. D-ring out of the way. Karen needs a parachute bag. She just means you need like a massive bag. Because you like big bags and you cannot lie. Yeah, I love the velour bag. And I'm loving the resurgence of people sewing it since adding like the bow as well. I think that's really fun. Someone asked if that would be a class, so I applied to teach it. So whatever studio to teach the velour next year. Yes, even I have to apply to teach. Mostly so I don't forget to book myself a class time. My quilted vinyl roll was a flawed piece, so some of my threads are just a little fuzzy, but it's not a big deal. I can take a lighter quickly to them just to help reduce that fuzz. And if you don't hold the flame on there for long, it's not going to ruin the finish. I love it. Don't worry about the zipper end. We'll deal with that later, another time. Okay. So if you were gonna add a rivet, it would be kind of like right under there, which to me, I'm like, it's not bad, but I don't want to ruin the clean look that I've got going. And then we can just kind of shape the bag by clipping up here. Hello, Estea. All right, crossbody strap, we're gonna whip that out. Rhea, it is crazy you've not made the velour, but it's also okay. I haven't either, but I know I won't like it. There's the large size. Did you not know that, Kira? And it has a zipper, but I guess the sides might be too open for your liking. I've not made the large size in quite some time. Yeah. Not every bag is for everyone. I know, I need to make I need to make one with a bow on it. When I designed the velour, it was always the small, and the large was added on because people were like, that's a small bag. And so I don't make the large because that's not how I designed it. Emily Resurgence, she's the one. Okay, or the Elaine. Yeah, they're very similarly sized. I need to redo those patterns. I've been saying that we need the Emily 3.0. It's been 6 years. I just need to have a pattern writing hotel room lockup do my best work in hotel rooms. I don't think I meant it the way it sounded. But like, you know what I mean? There's no distractions. There's no responsibilities. You're in a hotel. You can make it as cold as you want it. You just order food. Motel, hotel, holiday, yeah. Like at the Grand Helios? What is that? Ooh, Epic Universe, yes. So I am working on the Tailor tote. I am almost done. Just gotta finish the strap, so that's it. Oh, and right in the park. Oh, a long plane ride, yes. I have been known. The Tailor tote was actually written, the pattern pieces at least were created on an airplane to California to see Tailor, so pretty cool. And then I worked on it quite a bit while waiting in the airport to go through security at 2 a.m. after the Tailor concert, so I'm insane. And then you can rivet this or top stitch it. I'm just gonna top stitch it. I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Is that my band? Ben, what are you doing? Oh, come here. He just looked at me like, I don't think so. Hello, Nikki. So that is that. Just melting the last little threads. Then we can add crossbody strap, which we've got those connectors in the lining, which looks really nice. I think all the colors together are super fun. We can take these clips off now. I like it. I'm obsessed with the structure of this bag, with just the vinyl itself having that foam, and then this is the Profuse Stiff, and like the wrinkles aren't bad because of that foam. And there's the base. Really fun. I like it. I like it a lot. Very vibrant. And again, like, the straps are longer than I would prefer. Luckily, they don't sit too much further past the bag, but that is for fashion over function, and these are functional handles. Maybe not. I mean, they're still fashionable, but like just the proportions that I visually like, they're longer than I would want. Oh, yay, Linda. You were here too. Perfect. All right. I don't know. Is there anything else I need to do before I leave? I don't know. Anybody have any questions? I might have some answers. Is there anything else I could advertise for you? Which wasn't the point, but here we are. Yeah, it's really fun. I like the handles with that little trifold. You could even do a little vinyl overlay on top of that, similar to the Guardian from Lynn's Handmade. That would be a fun little pop of color. Yes, show the inside. Yeah. If I had another one cut, honestly, yeah, I probably would. Here is the inside. Here you go. I'll be back before you know I'm gone. There's that. And then there's the pocket and the other little label. And then open that up. I probably could have put this pocket a little bit higher up. Sometimes I forget whether a line, like the zipper panel, is going to go up or down, but maybe over time it would kind of sit a little bit lower, so you wouldn't want it that much higher up. But yeah, this looks really fun. During the Tailor Tote class, we had so many incredible variations of this pattern. It was the best time to get to see them all come together, like for reals. It was super cool. We had people who widened it and added height. We had people who only added depth to the gusset, and then my friend Mary was working on hers, and she had cut 2 zipper overlays, and I was like, hey, what's your plan for this other overlay? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, do you trust me? What if we added a zipper pocket to your gusset, because it's 3 inches wider that she made it. And it turned out super cool. So it would be a fun like little phone pocket or sunglasses or whatever. Since it's sideways, you don't want to have stuff that could easily come out. But yeah, this was fun. So if there are no further questions, I'm gonna go, because we need to turn the AC back on. It's getting a little warm. But hopefully I'll be able to do more lives. I have content. I have videos scheduled until October something, and I'm just down to 1 video a week, which means I could do a video a week and a live per week, which would be really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to the upcoming changes business-wise that I've made. So yeah, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting in whatever way you choose. And I will see y'all later. Bye.